really funny. Let me just put it up so I can read it if I can find it. I've already done it wrong. Well, funny to me anyway. Most people won't find it funny. But people who understand about wrens being virtually the most dangerous creature in the whole of the countryside, will find this interesting. You know, I only got a wren in my garden because I put that circle up. It's a fey hole. If anyone knows about Wookiee stones, hag stones, if you peep through you can see the fey world. That's why I put that up as a gate, so the fey knew to come in and they were welcome. And then the wren came and nested in my garden. What do you mean this is a load of old Tordor? We've talked about this before. Right, so anyway, I read this. Where is it? Oh, stop laughing, Mark. You won't be laughing soon. You're a cattle. If anyone comes disturbing my nest. And wrens were also... Wrens... Let's put army. Wrens Armed Forces. Women's Royal Naval Service. See? I might be one of those from another life. So anyone disturbs me, who fucks up, lad? That's why I've got a boat hanging outside my window. I'll show you later on. I'm a ghost of an old wren. That's why I've got a wren in my garden as a marker. Right, let's go back to wren folk, the other bits. Wrens. Folk. Law. A small brown bird, commonly referenced to Celtic folklore, symbolises life, energies and cleverness. To feast St. Stephen's, traditional. To hunt the wren? The bird would be placed on a decorated pole and paraded through the village. I hate that. Why is the wren so popular in Ireland? It's a great accent, wasn't it? It's because that's just the Australian one. Thousands of folklore of the wren, arguing that of all the European countries, Ireland, where traditions about the wren have been preserved both in living tradition and archival form. The wren is one of the smallest birds of Europe, is said to be the king of birds. Where's the bit I read the other day? Why is it considered a fairy bird? Sometimes fairy in disguise, when the wren was sacred to Celtic druids and to the Welsh poet, magician, Taliesin. Thus it is unlucky to kill the wren at any time of the year except during the ceremonial hunting of the wren around the winter solstice. Mythology and folklore. Wrenning Day, it used to be called. You just stone a wren to death. Jesus Christ. No wonder they get so crappy about having their nests disturbed. I read it yesterday, they break your bones and ruin cattle, but that's probably why they hunt them down. They know they'll be safe in my garden. I'll tell them who I hate too. And set them free. Go on, those sacred bird. Anyway, Dolly knows the truth because when the wren was in the garden yesterday, she didn't lay in a normal place behind where the wren's nest now is. She came and squeezed up really small on a plant pot next to me and looked away, and that's actually true. I would have shown you if I had an electric. The bird is sacred to Taliesin. In Scotland is the Lady of Heaven's hen, and killing it was considered extremely unlucky. In Ireland it is known as John's Doctor. I can't read it. Flon's Doctor. Lightning was the weapon of thunder. Of the thunder bull god Taranis. I can't read it, I've got glasses. Who is often inhabited oak trees, and the wren was sacred to Taranis. Well, he can come to my garden too then. I will sit around tooting fairy. That's probably because I blew on that little fairy, on that baby's heart. Do you remember me doing that? That stone baby's heart, and I blew it for the fairies to come. And now I've got a wren in the garden, guarding the gate. He's going to smash everyone in. Whoever tries to steal a wren's eggs or baby wrens would find their house struck by lightning and their hands would shrivel up. My fingers are quite long. Everyone, let's see everyone's hands. How long are your fingers? Have you had them in tails in previous lives? Have you been snitching on eggs? How long are your fingers? They chopped off last time. Mine are okay. I've got sort of man hands. Well, I could have longer fingers, couldn't I, for the size of my palms? The wren was hunted and killed in a ritualistic way. It's not the bit I read the other day, though. God. Now you think I'm a liar, as usual. Wren folklore. Anyway, I'm pleased he's nesting in my garden. And I put the perch back up on the garage. And it was sitting up there singing this morning. It was an absolute delight. I bet my neighbours are chuffed stupid now that I've put it back up, that eyesore back on top of the garage. Because we now have a wren to welcome in the morning. They have a song like a nightingale. It's true. So aren't we blessed? But it was funny that Dolly was hiding from it. She knew the news. And it did even hop on the floor. I hope she doesn't eat it and get her bones broken. Pen spirit animal. Since it's turned up, what's it mean? Symbol of peace. Pen spirit animal is a symbol of peace, hence seeing a dead wren will indicate good fortunes for your life. I think this is true. I need you to assign final thoughts that might assist in making progress in your life. So think of a better way to grow your mind and ask you directly for a better future. When spirit animal was a symbol of peace, hence seeing a dead one will indicate good fortunes. Who has this nonsense? These people are crazy. It's a flying mouse. This little wren spirit guide has come synonymous with duality of responsibility needed in the home. The Celts also looked at the wren spirit animal for lessons about life, including stepping outside of typical gender responsibilities and engaging in previously unprecedented swapping of familial roles. Like, how could I be any more gender fucking typical? Maybe I am the wrong gender. I thought it was a fucking performance. This comes back to my son's paper. He wrote about gender being a performance. But it is, I think, because he tried to explain it to me on the train only briefly. He said, do you know the difference between sex and gender? I said, well, why don't you tell me? Because everyone's got a different idea. So let's at least start on the same page. And he said, sex is the bits and pieces you're born with. I didn't ask him to clarify. And gender is how you present to the world. So I think that's basically what he said. So I said, is it the same as sexuality? And he said no. And then Daft One started on about something else. I think to do with, oh God, I can't even remember. Like, well, I can't. What's the word? Like, not gay privilege. That's not the right word. But you know, what I call the pink slippers. We always called it pink slippers. So basically, if you do want to be with a bird or anyone, if it was the other way around, a girl didn't want to be with the opposite person, you just said you were gay and gave them the pink slippers. It's like the slips, it's the pink slips. Even if you were. That anyway. But it's more of a thing now, isn't it? And so Zafron said to him, does it annoy you? And he goes, well, yeah, it's not right, but I benefit from it, so I'm not going to complain. It's like, do you know what? I'm just going back to moaning about everything and leaving the children to sort it out. I've got a wren anyway. It's polyamorous. Something else I missed out. Blocked from gay club. Been to, I don't know what. I said, can I be in gay club because I'm ace? He said, well, I don't want to talk about it anymore. You talk about something else now. I forgot what though. Probably. What are we talking about next? I don't know. Something ridiculous, probably. That's right. Axolotls turning to salamanders if they have iodine in the water. That was much more of a shocking piece of news. I've got a wren though. Pink slippers for everyone. That's what we used to say. We've all got pink slippers. Go. It's true. Pink slippers. It was a thing back in the 80s. In the West End of Cromer. I can't switch off the camera now. Not that anyone cares. That one damn thing that I talk about.